Hi, everybody. Sorry about that. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. This freaking StreamYard. It's always something. There was a little box hidden in the comments on the right, and I couldn't see that it was a new box. And it wouldn't let me turn the live feed on because there was a new freaking box. I don't know what the fuck it is. Anyways, how you doing, guys? Happy Saturday evening. What's going on, Daniel? What's going on, Derek? Adam, nice to see you guys. Got a few things to talk about. Not going to be able to do Sunday brunch tomorrow. Probably maybe a few weeks. Not sure when, but I'm going to either do a Saturday evening or a Sunday evening because I'm still training at work. So they have me on random schedules, whatever days they can get me in to train. Because I had to start a new job. I was sick of being broke all the time. I want to do more growing stuff and have more better equipment just to show you guys more stuff. And, I took a chance and I found a little job. So that's going to be just something new. So, anyways, Merry Holidays, Happy Christmas, Merry Days. Hope everybody's having a good time. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to post them. I might not get to them right away because I got some new things I want to show you guys that I'm working on. What's going on, Steve? What's going on, Newbie One? I got these free buckets. I don't know if I showed you a few weeks ago or a couple weeks ago, and I want to use them for growing mushrooms. So off the live, I made a couple. And they're going good. So today I got a couple of nice big bags of white spawn, a couple jars of spawn ready to go. So I got 4 bags of spawn ready to go. I got some freshly pasteurized. This was sitting at 185 degrees for 2 hours. Horse manure, compost that I'm going to supplement into the CVG I have already sterilized. So I'm only going to do it with a couple of them just to see what happens. I'm just going to add a handful of this into it, which I have in here, my CVG, and I'm just going to make up 4 different grow buckets. But I'm going to show you the ones I've already done. Hey, Sandy, what's going on? Depraved, what's going on? Let me show you the ones I've already made and show you that they work, and they look pretty cool when they're going. I got to open my tent behind me here. It's going to be a little bit bright, guys, so just, I got to find the zipper. There it is. I'll show you a few other things too while I'm at it, but first I'll grab the bucket and show you how these things are coming out. Let's see which one I'm going to show you. So I saw this one first. This one's just Nutcracker. I did this one on the 16th. It's just starting to colonize on top, nicely, getting ready to fruit. Let me get some better light on there for you. Boom. Let me bring it over here where the StreamYard's not in the way. So anyways, there we go. It's starting to colonize. It's got about maybe 4 inches of substrate total in there. But what I'm thinking is because of the angle of the bucket, when it starts to dry out a little bit, it should just drop down. I'm thinking kind of like a cork, just going to go down with the angle as it shrinks. So as the first ones I did were the 16th. I did 3 of them. This one here is my GT that I crossed with Thick Halo. It's almost ready to pin. Boom. Looking freaking gorgeous. A little bit on the side didn't colonize as well over here because I had these plastic covers on it and it was dripping down over here. But I remedied it. Remedied. And then this is one I've also started with a, this one's got 50-50 CVG and cocoa core with some manure as well. And it's colonizing just nicely. So anyways, those are my first 3 buckets I did. And then, I don't know if I showed you, yeah, I've showed you guys, I do the little black trays, just to give you an example of how those are going. There's a nice little one. It's coming up nicely. This has got a true casing on it. It's got some nice, decent-sized Caspers coming out. They're still hard as a rock. They're just coming up through the casing. So anyways, that one's looking good. And then I got these 2 AA plus that just started pinning about 2 days ago. So they got some beautiful little pins on there, as you can see. So these are coming out nice. These were spawn to bulk on 12/1. So a little over 2 weeks from spawn to bulk to pins. So I got 2 of these that looked about the same. Did them at the same time. So they both got pins on them. And then I got this one, which is on like a second flush. I don't even know what this one is, but it's just a regular cube. Just something. Got these cute little pointy caps on them, though. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can get it better. Got these really, really pointy caps here. Boom. More like that. They're nice. They're cute. They're still closed. Sorry, the light's kind of bright. Anyways, this is one of the double container ones I did by accident. And they still fruit, but they just it's just a little tiny block. But I'll get some fruits just for fun. And then I've been putting these little plastic covers over everything. After this one's ready to come off, this one's starting to get primordia and pins on there, so I can take the cover off of this one. It's just like a shower cap, but for like when you do like a meal and you have a plate with some leftovers, you put it over. I got a bunch of them. Wayne Michael recommended them, and they worked out really well. Yeah, I got a couple others just doing the same thing. The VT Thai jasmine rice is actually colonizing beautifully. I drew a line where it was the other day, and it's already past the line by about a 1/2 inch. So this is all colonizing. This is that jasmine white rice or whatever, Thai jasmine rice. I stuck in some Louis Vuitton in there and just let it go at it. But no contam or anything yet, so that's good. So anyways, those are what I got going on in the tent for now. I got a few others, but they're just like this one here. I had a cake that got a big piece of it, had a contam over in the corner. So I just broke off half of it, and the other half is still fruiting, so I'm just letting it finish. I didn't want to get rid of those pins and stuff because they're nice looking pins. I mean, they're pretty big. So I just broke off half the cake. There was a little contam way over on this. Actually, this was over here. The contam was way over here. So I broke it off in half, and it survived. So basically a little tiny piece of like green, maybe a 1/4 inch square. I got rid of half the cake. But anyways, that's the tubs. Yeah, that's the tent. We're good with that for now. So now I can show you how I'm making these little buckets, which are freaking adorable. I got them for free. They're maybe like a gallon. They're the pails you give out to give little kids for Easter. I got about a dozen of them. And if they work out good, which they look like they are, they're why not? You know? Yes, very umbonate. That's a good word, umbonate. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, I just saw those starting to fruit, and the first flush was really, really tiny, like maybe 1/2 inch fruits, and I just scraped them all off, and then got it really good and wet because it was real dried out, and it started going real nice. Let's see. Yeah, they fruit depraved. I've had no problem getting them colonized and fruited. Like the first ones I bought were these 2-piece ones, or 2-section ones where they have 2 different sections, a small section and a large section. And I just filled them up just for the hell of it. They worked out really well. But that was just for fun. I didn't care I don't care if I get a ton of fruit. I'm not looking for big tubs. I would run these big containers if I wanted tubs, but I don't. I want compact, grow a lot of different varieties, get some pheno hunting going on the smaller scale, see what happens. But yeah. So anyways, yeah, so I got some Silly Billy that spawned out really nicely. Again, this is the I think it's oats. I put it in oats with the wheat bran to dry off the oats because if they're too wet. So what I did is I soaked the oats and then I boiled them, and then when I was letting them dry, instead of drying them for a few hours, I just spread some dry wheat bran on it, dried it right out, but it left a lot of like flakes all around, and they all colonized. So there's colonized little spots all over the jar, but they worked out really well. Nice and solid all the way through. So we got that one. Then we got a lot of birdseed. Birdseed's colonizing beautifully. I've been taking jars of birdseed like this and just dumping them into Ziploc bags and knocking them up just to see if the extra headspace of air made a difference, and it really has. Even with syringe filters, you can't fill like even pints almost more than halfway. There's not enough air space. I've noticed they take a lot longer to colonize. But dumping them in a bag, it took it from like, let's see, these were done on 11/28. So I dumped this into the bag about a week ago, and it went from hardly colonized to fully colonized in like a week. And then the ones I started on, this was started on 12/9. I put this in a bag directly with the agar, and it colonized within 9 days, 10 days. So I've been waiting to do these for this live Sunday, but I couldn't be here Sunday, so I figured I'd do them tonight. But yeah. So if anyone has any questions, let me know. I'm already ready for everything. I got everything set up here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put out my CBG in each bucket first. And then the ones I'm going to supplement, I'm going to add a little bit of the horse manure into it. So what I do is I take about 4 pounds of CBG and I put it in a bag and I sterilize it in my PC for a couple hours, which makes it a lot nicer because then I don't have to worry about it. And these have just been sitting in a little bit of alcohol in here just to keep them ready to go, like isopropyl in the tub here. But yeah, it's sealed. seals up nice. That's just sealed from the pressure cooker. That's not any impulse sealing or nothing. But yeah, let's see how the field capacity is. Beautiful. Get a couple drips. So that's good to go. And then we'll take our spawn and move that out of the way for a second while I get these little tubs out. Just right here. I already sprayed isopropyl alcohol on all these and wiped them out nicely. So I'm going to do 2 of them first. And then we'll come back and do 2 more, just because otherwise it'll get too much at once. So you take the CVG and just, I just add about maybe 3 inches. It's about a pound and a half, give or take. Might only be able to do 3 of these. I don't know if I have enough CVG. I got more core in the pressure cooker. So anyways, there you go. That's about how full I make them. Probably a little bit too much in this one. I'll just take some out of this one. Oh yeah, I got to add the spawn. That's going to make some space up too. There we go. That's better. Yeah, we'll do 3 of them tonight. We'll do 3. That's good. When I get my other CV, I ran out of vermiculite, so I made just core. So this is the one I'm going to supplement. Now, like I said, supplement. What I have is composted horse manure here. I'm going to this has been sterilized, the CVG. This has been pasteurized. So I'm basically just going to add a little bit in just to see what happens. So I'm going to add in like 1 handful. Maybe 1.5. Take off this nasty glove. Okay, close this up. I double seal this one for some reason. I thought it would be safer to double seal my manure. Put that down there. So this one here, got to put a new glove on. Give me a second here, guys. I got to grab my alcohol. Oh, it's right in front of me. Got to grab my alcohol. It's right in front of me. So anyways, I'll let that dry for a second on my hands. I think I'm going to do I can either do the albino Normat crossed with the PMB, MK crossed with Tat, Silly Billy, or the just regular Tat Pheno Hunt. I think I'm definitely going to do the regular Tat in the manure. So that should be a manure-based supplemented substrate. That'll be interesting because I haven't run Tat yet. So let's see how this is. Okay, it's breaking up nice. See how it smells. God, I love that smell. Okay, so we'll just put that in there. Don't have to do much else with that. So again, we got the spawn, the manure, and the CVG. And just break up any chunks. Give it a good mix. This is how all substrates are made. It's not anything new you guys haven't done before. If you haven't, not that hard. You just mix up your substrate and your spawn. I'm doing about a 2-to-1, maybe a 3-to-1 ratio on this, give or take. 3-to-1, probably about 3-to-1. Mix is nice. Even with the manure in there, there's a couple of chunks. Just break them up as you go. Mix is in nice. The moisture level feels good. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Feels really good. Hey, Bill. Thanks for coming. I know this time is screwing everybody up. I got several messages. I apologize. I really want to keep doing Sundays, but once I get trained, I'll be able to do whatever days I need. Wow, that came out really nice. Even though there's manure in it, it still smells wonderful. Yeah, nice and spread out in there. Oops, let me get the light a little better. There you go. So anyways, yeah, so I'm going to take this one, push down the edges a little bit, give it a nice smooth surface. I try to push the center a little bit more than the edges just because of the bioheat that's going to be generated in the middle from the just natural thermal reactions or whatever between the mycelium, eating, and all that stuff. So I always do the middle a little thinner than I do the edges. Not much, maybe like half inch over at a distance of 6 inches on a slope kind of thing. So this is what I end up with. Just a nice, it's not too hard, nice and not too thick. I mean, it's got about maybe 3 inches, 4 inches of substrate in there. But that's going to be the, what did I say? That one's the tat with, let me grab my marker. Tat with supplementing of about a cup of manure. Okay, so it's also nice about 3 buckets. You don't care if you write on them. So it's tat. It was from a T0 plate. And let's see, what's the date today? 21st, 12, 21, CVG plus 8-ounce horse manure. There we go. So always label everything. Makes it easy. And it wipes right off with alcohol and water and on a rag. So that's nice. So boom, we got this one done. What I'm going to do with that now is take one of these little covers, like I was telling you, these little plastic hair nets, put that right over the bucket, and it's protected. Not the moisture will make a little bit of weight in the center, so you definitely got to check on it after a couple days. Aluminum foil would probably prevent that, but I don't mind checking on them. I look at them every day. But so then I think we're going to try, these bags are beautiful. This is the McKenna times tat, that CrossFit tat that I got from Ed Grand on Spores. So I finally got that out on, it's also a multi-spore. So this is beautiful. It's nice and firm. Let's break that up and see how it smells. Oh, God. Yeah, I did last night, Steve. For a little while. I didn't stay very late. I was trying to figure out Zoom so I could get a photo up. I didn't want to be on camera. I was laying in bed. So I didn't really want my picture up. So I wanted to have like a display picture, but I couldn't get it to work. But yeah, I was on there last night. That was a good video. He's got a lot of good information. Yeah, got a lot of good information. Oh, wow, that smells even better. Get there a little bit. I'll show you guys this spawn in a second. Let me get it out of the bag here. Okay. Oh, how much light you want. Look at it. Spawn is beautiful. So we'll mix that up. Let me get my glove clean first. But yeah, I saw it. It was yeah, Paul's a good guy. I've only spoken to him a couple of times on the videos recently. I've seen his videos. I've probably seen 50 videos or whatever from him. For some reason, whenever my TV plays throughout the night, it goes to like Fungi, Ed Grand, or Aliens. I don't. I got this weird algorithm in my TV that goes to those guys, and it'll play like Fungi like 6 videos in a row, and his videos are long. Or if Ed Grand comes on, it'll go to his videos, and my dog will go nuts. Oh wow, this looks really nice. This spawn is beautiful. It's got nice big chunks of birdseed. It's got small chunks of birdseed that made big chunks. But yeah, so we'll mix this up. Again, you just get in there with one hand. I use one hand for everything, and then I just change that glove. Or I wash it, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. And this is just CVG, kind of CVG. This actually does have gypsum. I usually use calcium carbonate instead of gypsum to get the pH balanced a little bit. I actually found out something that I was doing wrong. Well, not doing wrong, doing that wasn't recommended. I was using baking soda as a pH up. I heard it can be a little bit too salty or whatever, too much sodium in it for mushrooms. So I stopped doing that. So this is just calcium, cocoa, verm, and a little bit of it's actually a plaster of Paris, but basically gypsum. But I'm going back to the calcium carbonate. I like that. I just got it in the mail today. And I also got some corn dextrose, powdered corn dextrose, because I wanted to do potato dextrose agar, but I didn't want to use malt extract and potato. I wanted to use potato flakes and real dextrose. So I ordered some corn dextrose recommended by Mike over at Mushroom Mesa Mushroom. He's a great guy. He's building a farm out in Colorado somewhere. Trying to get a hold of him. I wanted to ask him about his building, how he built it and stuff. He's got a beautiful metal building. But oh yeah, this looks nice. Smells good too. Okay, that one's done. That one's done. We'll do one more. Let me go get I I got to grab a plastic hat for that one, guys. Give me 1 second. I got a box of 1,000 of these things. They come like this little, they come like this. They're little tiny plastic things, and you just stretch them out. And then they turn into like shower caps. And put this over that. Oh, yeah, I got to label this one. What was this one again? This was the McKinney Tap. Just CVG. So, MKX Tap. CVG. 1221 from Edgar. T0. Okay, so we got 2 down. 1 to go. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Okay, I can either use... Where'd my gloves go? 1 more second. I'm just going to find a glove. That's some of that. I was at my primary care physician, I don't know, a couple weeks ago for a checkup, just normal stuff. And when she was out of the room, I kind of shoved a whole bunch of gloves in my jacket pocket. I know I'm so mean, but you know how much they charge at the doctors? No, I don't find it unreasonable to ask for some gloves. But yeah, so I got some nice gray gloves instead of the black ones I usually use. Oh. So we can either use Silly Billy or albino Normac Fuller Phenom crossed with PMB. First person that mentions which one they want to see me use, that's which one I'll use. So albino Normac PMB or Silly Billy. Let's see what comes up in the comment first. Okay. Normac or Silly Billy? Choices. Anyone? Normac it is. Thanks, Steve. So I'm going to go with this one. The albino Normac. I crossed the mono with PMB. I forget where I got the PMB. I think it was from either Fungus Frequency or Sporehead. Sent me some PMB. It was a plate. It might have been swabbed. I don't remember. But the albino Normac is a mono I grabbed off of a swab I got from Ed Brand from his 4 swaps. So it looks beautiful again. This birdseed works really, really well. Let's get silly. Normal. Oh, normal. Where's that Normac? Yeah, I'm going to do Normac. Or no, wait, we got... Yeah, we're going with this one. Oh, it smells good. Now, I upped my field capacity, or I upped the hydration of my CVG about 25%. Using a fruiting tent instead of closed shoe boxes, I find that the humidity level or the hydration level drops a little bit in the CVG, which is fine. I can adjust for it. But until I adjusted for it, I really didn't realize that my CVG's moisture level had to go up. So I had to go up to, instead of 1 drip, I had to go up to like several drips. So basically what I did is every 3 pounds, I added a couple of pints of water. So like I added about 1 liter of water to a 4-pound thing of CVG. As I had the CVG ready in the bags, what I do is I just add an extra bottle of water, like spring water. But these I think are going to work out good because they got the thickness with the extra moisture in the thickness. So then I'm kind of debating whether a thick cake or a thin cake is better, or surface area of a thin cake or a thick cake. Because these are going to grow, I believe, like a bag would grow. So you got the small and the deep. And they're decent size. I mean, they're not tiny. They're good 8 inches, 10 inches across, and about 10 inches deep. So like I said, I'm only going about 4 or 5 inches worth of substrate in the biggest ones. Most of them are about 3. Yeah, I'm gonna do a Silly Billy too, guys. I'm just not gonna do it tonight. I got more core upstairs. It's still in the pressure cooker because I actually made some agar cups right before this video. Yeah, no, I knew what you meant, Steve. I saw Norm. I can't barely read the screen's comments, so I saw Norm and I figured that's what you meant, and that's what we're using. But the Silly Billy will get done later. Yeah. I can't wait to see some of these crosses, how they come out. Also, some of the parent cultures or parent plates that I used first. Because what I do is I make the parents on agar, and then I try to grow out the parent and the cross. If I haven't grown the parents already from that same strain. Here we go. Number 3. Boom. I think it looks good. Nice smooth substrate surface. Got some nice bird seed in there. It's kind of mixed in nice and smooth, nice and homogenized. Really decent mix. And again, I got these little hats. They're cute. I mean, they might not work out forever for me, but for now they're working out good. And I figured I'd try them. I mean, what can it hurt? I mean, all it's doing is keeping things out and holding moisture in. It's like a shower cap, basically. Now this one here is the albino Normac crossed with BMB. Thank you. That was the mono. 1221. Branch. And this one here is CVG. Well, there we go. These are my my new little grow things. I guess if I was selling mushrooms, I guess I'd probably want to do tubs, but I'm not. So why would I bother? I'd rather do. I'm trying to find the exact size I need to grow a decent amount of fruits. For pheno hunting and for size to get a decent size flush, but without having to waste 10 times as much material. I mean, this is a 3-pound bag of core. I just did 3 of these, and that came from easily a 650 gram block. I made, I think it was 6 or 8 pounds of CVG from a 650 gram block. So these 3 tubs basically came from half a CVG block. So yeah, you save a little bit of money by doing it. For me, I save money doing this, which allows me to do more strains and still, enjoy, growing. But yeah, so if anybody's ever interested in talking about containers and stuff, I've gone through quite a few that if they, any questions on how to use them or how to modify them at all, because I mean, you could easily modify these things too. Say you had like the buckets with the lids, the little 1 gallon or 2 gallon, like white buckets, like you'd get a regular size 5 gallon bucket, but they make small ones. You could take one of those, you could come up, drill some holes, put some tape on it, use the lid. You could do a lot of things with all kinds of different buckets, containers, everything. This I'm really interested in because of the angle. This angle here as it comes down. So my thoughts, like I was just saying, is as the substrate colonizes, it's going to bring some water out of it. It's going to shrink. Like in a shoebox, it shrinks in from the edges. Well, I'm almost thinking it might just go straight down as it shrinks and keep contact with the walls. But then again, the bottom would have to shrink too. So just a thought. I'm thinking it'd be like in a cone, or like, how a cone fits, it just gets tighter and tighter as it goes down. I might be able to push it down. I don't know. But yeah, they're a lot of fun. But yeah, if anybody has any questions, feel free to post them up. Anything else we can talk about, feel free to ask or bring it up. I have no qualms about talking about almost anything. How's everybody doing? Everybody ready for the Christmas season or Hanukkah going on for some people, and Kwanzaa and all the fun stuff for all the holidays, I guess. Yeah, these aren't hairnets, but you could, I guess, use them as a hairnet if you wanted to. But anyway. Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how that manure works out. Listening to Paul last night. Hey, what's going on, Happy? Thanks for stopping in. Listening to Paul last night on Fungi thing, when he was talking about nitrogen and CN ratios and all that stuff, it kind of got me thinking. Happy, actually, no matter what. Actually, speaking of Happy, Dirt Dude, he was the one that was talking about his first grows. He used manure in his substrate, and he got some monster fruits and huge flushes. That's what got me back thinking about using manure again before the video last night Paul did on manure. But I was very happy to hear that last night, listening to some of his commentary and stuff. I also asked him a couple quick questions on repasteurizing kind of thing. Like if you sterilize horse manure, you're taking away all the beneficial microbes and bacteria and stuff. So I had heard a while back that, like, say you over pasteurized or overheated your pasteurization, so it got to the sterilized point. Horse manure, when you sterilize it, is more threatening for contam because it doesn't have those beneficial bacterias to eat the bad bacteria. So when you over sterilize a manure or a nutrient-rich substrate, what do? Throw it away? Well, my thought was add a handful of fresh manure into that, and you put the microbes back in, kind of like a I don't know if you guys remember the South Park episode where they took the shit out of one person and put it into someone else's to fix their microbiome. and everybody was going after Tom Brady's poop and all this stuff. I think that was South Park. It might have been Simpsons. No, I think it was South Park. Anyways, yeah, that's what gave me the idea that I could, okay, just take a handful of fresh manure that's been pasteurized properly, add it to the CVG like I just did here, and that'll put the nutrients or at least the beneficial bacteria into it with it. It's just a thought. So it seems to be okay. The one in the tent that has the manure in it is basically CVG. I put 900 grams of CVG and 450 grams of manure and sterilized it. So I'm waiting to see if that has any issues after being sterilized. South Park, thank you. That was what, yeah, I couldn't remember. It was Simpsons, Family Guy, South Park. They were all, they're freaking geniuses, all those guys. South Park had predicted almost everything that's going on in the world for the past 20 years. But yeah, so that's what I'm trying now, just a handful of the composted horse manure in with the CVG, and we'll see if I gain anything from it. It's not a true experiment. I don't have a control. It's just for fun. Thanks, Happy. Yeah, it's just a thought. What's going on, Derek? But yeah, it's just something to do. But yeah, I'm actually really happy with the way that whole oats with the wheat brand came out too. That looks real good. So the bird seed's going good. Whole oats are doing okay. I've had one contaminated bag since I started bird seed and whole oat with the wheat brand. And I don't believe that was the sterilization's fault. It was the culture's fault. It was old. I should have re-plated it, but I saw it was a cup of it was one of these styles of cups with beautiful mycelium on it, kind of like that, nice and beautiful. And I just dropped the whole puck in, and I believe it was too old. It was probably dried out, so that's probably what happened. Yeah, pink and blue. Yeah, I know they are kind of funky colors. I would choose like black or white or clear, but they're free. I mean, why not? I like reusing stuff like that. It's good for the environment. It's good for me. It's good for my wallet. But yeah. So yeah, the pink bucket's got the special one. I don't know if the pink one in there is the special one. I think I got 2 more pinks and 3 more blues. I got 6 buckets going right now after these 3 go in the tent. Oh, the other thing too is I'm not putting these into an incubator first. I'm just putting these directly into my tent. My tent is sitting at 74 degrees, 95% humidity. So why bother putting these in an incubator for 4 or 5 days? Those went directly in, and within a week they're already colonized. So they should be going good in another week or so. Probably next weekend I'll have fruits popping out on some of them. I'll show you guys. If anything contams, I'll let you guys know and show you. I have no problem with contam. It happens. I throw away probably 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 10, 1 out of 100 plates, 1 out of 10. Where am I getting 10? 1 out of 100 plates or cups. Buckets, I probably use 1 out of 25 of the stuff I do, which isn't bad. I do get little bits of contam here and there that I can just basically, like that one cake, I took half of it away. Not really that worried about it. Contam happens. If you're not getting contam, you're not having fun, you're not experimenting. You could be having fun. I'm sorry. You could be having fun. If you're doing it to make money, no, you don't want contam, but I'm not doing this for money. So, I'm not a commercial mushroom farmer yet. Maybe someday, if I get my dreams to come true. I've actually been looking at some really cool ideas for a steel building, like a barn dominium, but a steel building with like your living quarters on the bottom, and have like a loft, and have the whole loft be like your mushroom growing area and your pot growing area, and just like a huge farm inside and out. It's kind of cool. So yeah, so my YouTube algorithm is full of barn dominiums and Quonset huts and steel buildings and stuff. Double wide trailers, triple wide trailers with outbuildings and stuff. I'm thinking, I could go somewhere I could build. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those, like they're mushroom shaped houses, but they're just like white bubbles. Now think about it. The place I saw it first was in Florida. It was a place called Xanadu, I believe. It was like a futuristic home place, like you'd see it like near Disney. But what it was, just these bubbles. But what I was thinking is, you paint the bottom like foot black, and then leave the middle white, so they'll all look like a little bunch of mushrooms lying around. So you could have this whole commune of mushroom shaped houses that you can grow your stuff in, and have different rules. You have your lab mushroom, you have your growing mushroom, your fruiting mushroom, and they're all like little houses. But I was thinking you could do them with aircrete. Like you take an inflatable structure and you cover it with aircrete, so it's nice and light, but it's still strong. Man, I have some fucked up thoughts. Anyways, but yeah, so So, anyways, yeah, the reason I'm not going to be on Sundays. Well, I might be on Sunday next week. I don't know. I haven't been told what day they need me. But tomorrow I can't because of the new work thing. So that's going good. I'm training. It's a just a store clerk, um, running cash register, lotteries, stuff like that. But I'm being trained on different stores, two different stores, and one of them has um a restaurant inside. So I'm going to be learning to do all food service stuff their way. I know how to do it my way, but I don't think it's the same as their way. So we'll see what happens with that. It's going good. I've already learned one store, and they've already transferred me to the second store to train on the second store. So once I get those two stores trained, then I'll be going back and forth on regular schedule. I already got a lot of knowledge on that subject in those places already, so should be easy to do. But I figured, what the hell? I got nothing else to do in some of my spare time, and it'll help me afford different niceties, plates, for vermiculite, extra stuff. I'm planning on getting a new microscope. The one I have is good, but I want one that has a camera mount on top and a mechanical stage that's a lot more sensitive with an LED light. The one I have right now is halogen. It just doesn't show through as much as I'd like it to. So it's EM scope D130 instead of the B2120 or whatever. Basically, instead of having a binocular lens, it's got a single lens, but it's got two of them. So it's got one sticking straight up that you put your camera on, and then it's got one for your eyepiece. So if you had a binocular microscope, you'd be putting a camera on one eyepiece anyways. So I wouldn't be using one eyepiece. I wanted one sticking straight up so it wasn't in the way. So that'll be nice. That'll hook up to the TV and everything like that as well. So I'll be able to see my microscope work a lot better. So that'll help. And yeah, so that's one thing I really want to get. What was the other thing I thought of? Microscope. Oh, camera for this video stuff because these cameras that I got suck. The webcam is, it works. At least the microphone I got is decent now, so that's actually a big help. But the camera quality is horrible, and I know that, and I apologize. I had to use a webcam until I can get something better. And again, that's going to be one of the first two things I do with my paychecks. I'm buying a microscope and a camera, so that should make things nicer. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So I just wanted to come in briefly, guys, tonight, just for half hour, an hour, just to show you guys some of the new things I'm doing. Show you the fruits I got coming up. Those should be up by next week. They should be done. I'll have some nice pictures up on Instagram and everything. But yeah, just start experimenting, guys. Start playing with different buckets, different containers, and spawn is key. If you have good spawn, if you take care and make your spawn really, really nice, like this is just beautifully colonized. I broke it already because I was going to use it, but yeah, just get your spawn clean. If you have clean spawn, you can be a little bit more relaxed when you're making your substrate because it's not contam resistant, but it's very, very not protected. It's already taken the grain. Basically what contamination is, they're fighting over the grain. Who's going to get it first? So if you got good spawn, you're going to have good results. But yeah, I wanted to stop in tonight, guys, show you a few things I'm doing. Check in with you because I apologize I'm missing Sunday brunch. If anybody wants to come on sometime and interview or have some fun, we can do that as well. Just hit me up in my email. Let's see. I got the banner system. Let's see, where is that at? Oops, where did I go? Let me put this up on the screen. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. It's up on the screen. If you guys have any questions, any comments that I haven't addressed on the live or in the videos that I do, feel free to ask. I openly talk to everybody that emails me or talks to me. I have no problem talking with anybody or discussing anything with you guys. If you need any information of anything I'm doing, or if you want anything I got, let me know. I can help you out. Yeah, I want you guys to have a great Christmas. I'm going to try to come in live again in the next few days, maybe even Christmas Day with Buddy or something on Instagram, maybe even on YouTube. But yeah. So I just want to stop in, say hi with you guys, and tell everybody to have a great Christmas and a Happy New Year. If I don't see you on Sundays, I'll be on Saturday nights or Sunday nights. But just keep an ear out. Instagram should let you know, and so should YouTube. If you need anything, hit me up. Okay, guys, you have a great night. Thank you all for stopping by. Happy, Bill, all you guys, thanks for stopping in. Derek, nice to see you guys. Much love. Have a great Christmas, everybody. Peace.